Transcript for Vice President Mike Pence leaves Colts-49ers game after protest during national anthem. Vice President Pence played defense yesterday, walking out of the Colts-49ers game after players protested during the anthem. His boss tweeted that he instructed him to leave if that happened, but everyone knew the 49ers were going to take a knee because they actually started a lot of this. So was this as a $250,000 publicity stunt, because that's what it cost to get him, the vice president, to the game for 5 minutes, and fly him back? Pence is it kind of like a prop. He's like a prop that Trump says do this, he does it. Do this, he does it. He's like a little prop. I mean, I don't know why you have to leave the game, because I think even if you are someone that stands and put your hand on your heart, you can do that next to someone kneeling. You don't have to leave. I think it was a little bit of the guys are doing this to make a point about social justice and racism in the country and how the police are, you know, singling out black people, black guys, for violent behavior. Yeah? And they're making it about patriotism and the anthem. The two things are mutually exclusive. Colin Kaepernick made it about the national anthem, and don't you think it's become a distraction from Black Lives Matter and bringing awareness to it? And no, because Eric Reid, who did this along with Colin, said that he and Kaepernick spoke about the issues including systemic oppression against people of color, police brutality, and the criminal justice, and discovered they discussed how they could use their platform provided to them being professional athletes, and to speak for those who are voiceless. So their initial thing was about all of the unarmed folks, and for Eric in particular, it was the Alton Sterling case that got them talking. What he specifically said also in that article is that they met with veterans and they decided to take a knee because they found that it was the most respectful way to protest, and better than sitting. I have to tell you, like, I think about constitutional rights. I mean, when you are a public servant, you are supposed to enforce the Constitution, protect the Constitution, and for the government through Pence and the president to tell people and almost demand people not to exercise their constitutional rights, that's very un-American. One of the things that I'm going to bring to the show, since this is my first day, is we're going to talk a lot about culture wars raging in America right now, and I am a total red state girl. I come from Phoenix, Arizona. I know my people, and this has turned into a culture war. For me, when I was 19 years old and my brother was 17, he deployed to Iraq for the first time, and it was the first time that I ever framed an American flag and put it in my living room. It's still there above my dining room table, and the American flag and the national anthem mean more to me than just symbolism. I'm deeply patriotic, and to me, when I thought he could possibly get blown up in a Humvee in Iraq, it gave me solace. So I think there's a misunderstanding that I think we can have a conversation about both things while still respecting what the national anthem and the American flag mean to people like me. Don't you? There's another point of view on that, though, which I brought up last week. People who die for the flag in these wars are also dying and defending the flag so that people like Kaepernick and the rest of them can protest. I didn't say they didn't have a right to. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, first of all, the constitutional right to protest is the very fabric of America. Right. In every way. I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying, understand, if I were there with Vice President Pence, I would have walked out too. I'm just saying you have to understand how deeply tribal this is and how deeply cultural it is, and to disrespect the flag in the way they're doing, I find offensive. That being said, they have every right to do it. That's the thing. It's not disrespectful to the flag. It's their constitutional right. I think it's very patriotic, and let me say, we're running out of time. I went to my son's football game this Saturday, and unbeknownst to me, he was going to kneel. He was going to take a knee. He took a knee with the only other two African-American boys there, and I immediately was concerned for him because the audience started there was a humming going on. I should never feel uncomfortable for my son because he is exercising his constitutional rights. Ever. You know, we're going to come back and discuss it. This transcript has been automatically generated and may not be 100% accurate.